Hello there. I bet you're wondering who I am. Well,
Here's my introduction.
now I'm playing. The name's Jazzy. On this channel, I dabble in designing my own characters, or I redesign established ones in media, like Maid-sama, I'm Not Starfire, and many more. If you like videos like that, you should take a moment to think about subscribing. For today, I'm redesigning the one and only Karma from Karma's world, plus her friends, because I can't just draw one character in a video, I need more screen time, okay? If you are chronically online like me, you have probably come across this girl a few times by now. It seems a lot of people on the internet hates her. She is just a kid who likes to spit rhymes, guys. Calm down. Ever since she has been put on people's hit list, like that elephant from Sing, she has been on my mind, especially her design. So I want to see how I would go about designing her. I will not only be drawing a new way to see Karma's world, but also rewriting it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you think. Let's get into it. Follow me.
I am Karma.
Looking at Karma from a glance, this isn't giving me music oriented. She has more of a star motif, which can make sense if that's what she wants to be. Being a star can be very vague though. I decided to watch the first episode all the way through. During it, I never caught Karma admitting what she wants to be, let alone a star. But when she's in her head, there's a big crowd of people cheering for her, so maybe that is her goal. But the show doesn't really set that in stone. Well, at least not in the first episode. What is set in stone is how she loves to rap. She does it a lot, so I wanted music to be more apparent in her design, so I added music notes throughout. I still decided to sprinkle a couple of stars though. I love how the texture of Karma's hair looks. They ate with that. I also love her color scheme. All I did was rearrange where they're placed. One thing that I want to see more in Karma's world is exaggerated shapes. It seems everyone has snug fitting clothes with big heads, so a lot of the kids have similar silhouettes. I would like more variation. I made Karma's jacket more puffy and gave her baggy jeans. I was planning on just doodling her for fun and that was it, but when I had the magical idea of adding music notes on her jeans, I decided to make this concept into a video. I love this so much. I think I made her look a bit too tiny. I know they're supposed to be in middle school, but I kind of want to change that to 5th grade. With the story side of things, I want her to still be very confident and have main character energy, just not at her own benefit. I think the show could work if they took inspiration from Koto-cha, or specifically the main character, Sana. She is a child actor and overly confident, but still a loving character to follow. How is that though? Well, she can be way in over her head at times and have to admit mistakes. She is also very loving and caring towards others, and most importantly, she sings to herself in her room. These songs are usually about what she's going through to help her regulate what's happening, and the song is short and sweet. With Karma, her songs are constantly happening. Because of that, they aren't memorable. I think if each episode had one full song, it can be more digestible. She can do little rhymes with her friends here and there, but the longer ones where she's daydreaming in her head should go. They just don't add anything for me. So here's my redesign of Karma. I'm not too happy with the drawing. I was trying to experiment with my line art and coloring. It looks a bit wonky to me, but hey, it gets the job done at least. Now it's Switch's turn. Switch is Karma's bestie and the first friend she makes in middle school. People online are accusing her of being an instigator because she is the one who initiated the canon event. I have to say she is a real one though for standing up for Karma when she got bullied. Even though I have to say the bullying was quite weird, to say the least. Some were being quite acquisitive by stating they just never heard of the name before, but then kids were literally asking what karma is. How do you not even know that word? These kids are supposed to be in middle school. I can admit I didn't know what karma actually was until a couple years ago. It's pretty common to think karma is a bad thing. If you do something bad, it's gonna get back at you. That's what I thought, at least. This bullying scene could have made sense if the kids only knew that misinformed definition of karma. The bullies can tell our main character she brings bad luck, causing her to feel isolated at school and get mad about her name. At least Switch Switch thinks her name is cool though. Overall, the kid is adorable. I don't hate any of the designs in this show, I just want to exaggerate. I would like the designs to be easy to understand who the characters are or what they are into. Switch loves beats and sounds, so I added those sound bars on her overalls. I think the overalls are a bit too much. It takes up a lot of her body, or just the design in general, so I made them into shorts. To bring in more spunk, I gave her striped stockings and lots of silly bands. I also just wanted her and Karma to match since they're besties. I replaced her buns with spiky pigtails. I think this gives off more of a rocker vibe. I took away her purple highlights to a purple strand because I think this stands out a lot more. I like that she wears headphones, but I changed it to her actually wearing them over her head. I know this wouldn't make sense since you can't wear them in school, or maybe they're noise canceling to make it make sense. I love how she turned out. I was mad at first because I was thinking of redoing Karma's drawing because I just think it looked wrong, but looking back at it, I do enjoy how Karma turned out. I was just being too hard on myself. Lastly is the boy. That's it. He's just a guy. You don't really know anything about him in the first episode. He does care about his reputation at school by memorizing all the carries, which didn't make sense to me. How can you get their name wrong if they all got the same name? Anyways, he's pretty lackluster. I was looking up Karma's world for this video and I noticed that this character popped up with a camera a lot. This gave me an idea to make him a director. Maybe he wants to make Karma's music videos. I bet this is the case in the show later on. Let me know if I'm wrong. Though I doubt anyone who's watching this actually binges the show. For reasons. I was not looking forward to designing Winston because, you know, he's boring. He's the reason this vid was taking a hot minute. Also, a director's aesthetic is pretty difficult to put into a design, specifically one that just needs hints of it in middle school clothes. The show can't even design this aesthetic because every picture of him, he just has a camera. Just so you know, if you have to draw your character holding a prop in each drawing to let the audience know who they are, that's a bad design. Karma's and Switch's design has iconography of music in some way, shape, or form. So how can I do that with this kid? His main thing isn't even music. I decided to reference a film slate or a clapper board, that thing that directors use when they scream cut. There's just so much you can do with that though, like it's just stripes and it's black and white. He's gonna stand out in this trio and that just can't do. So I finagled with the colors. I did not want to use black and white. I decided to use navy blue and yellow for his main colors. Directors are also known for yelling into those sound things. I don't know what they're called. I think it's a megaphone. I added that on his sweater vest. I also then added bleach highlights to his hair to make him stand out and just to bring in more yellow. Lastly, like the rest of the new designs, I added silly bands so they can all match because now they're all besties. Am I happy with this design? It's okay. At least now he looks like he's a part of the main cast. The kid could literally blend in with the background characters before. This is the new and improved Karma crew. Oh my gosh, I'm spinning! This was actually pretty fun to do. There were times where I had aspirations of working in children's media, especially in animation, so this felt like I was doing concept development for the actual show. I was ascending. Anyways, let me know how you feel about the new designs, or about Karma's world as a whole. Overall, the show is fine to me. The episodes are really short, so the plot gets rushed. I don't like how the background characters are just used as background characters. I know that sounds weird to say. What I mean is that they can switch up in a millisecond to proceed with the plot. Like one moment they're bullying Karma, and the next they're cheering and loving her. It makes the characters seem more like shells of a being than an actual person. I know I'm probably sounding crazy critiquing and deeply analyzing this kid's show, but then I realized I don't care. I can do what I want. All in all, it's just an okay written idea. How do you feel about the entire internet hating on this kid? As I said before, it feels like the elephant from Sing all over again. Thank you for making it this far in the video. If you enjoyed it, why don't you check out my other ones? I think that's all for me. See you!